Hi guys, it's Summers here and welcome along to episode 79 of the Solihull Moors Career Mode series here on FIFA 20. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you do go on to enjoy the video, hit that like button. But at the start of this episode, you join me just as the transfer windows got underway. And with only a few hours left in the transfer window, things start to get very interesting as Denny Alic is on the move. RSC Anderlecht have agreed a deal worth £11.4 million with the board. I gave them the green light to do so. Really hasn't settled. Did well when he first came into the squad, but some players you just don't get on with, and he has been one of them. We'll get £8 million of that into our transfer budget, and it looks like we might need to go and make some signings. And the reason I say that is that there's another man going out the door. Daniel Rossi came in from Coventry. Again, we haven't had a great deal of success with him. Yes, he scored plenty of goals in simulated games, but it just doesn't feel right when you play with him out there on the field. So we've managed to bag £9.1 million in the deal with Fulham. £6.5 million of that will come into the transfer budget. With those deals over the line, we come to take a look at the transfer budget, and we have currently £26 million in there to spend, having already given back the £14.5 million that we promised towards the stadium rebuild, and of course that £5 million that Adidas gave us as part of the kit deal. We do though still have £5.5 million to pay towards the stadium upgrade. We'll need to bear that in mind, but that does give us quite a decent sum of money to go off and make some signings. Okay guys, so there's two strikers I'm thinking of here, having lost Rossi in that deal to Fulham. Alex, since we've had our eye on for quite some time, 73 rated striker, should cost us somewhere in the region of £5 to £6 million, and I think he'd offer a good foil to Nystrom in terms of being able to come in the second team and just give us a decent performance. On top of that, Barnet have got themselves what looks like a decent talent come through the pool here in Ruben Widrington, a 69 rated striker. So I'm going to try and buy both of these players just to try and bulk the squad out. We've only got Nystrom as a striker on the books right now. Obviously we have players that can play in that role, but I think we just need an extra bit of depth in that area. So let's try and get these two guys on board. Okay guys, so here they are in their Solihull Moors kit. I've given Alex Ince a new trim, and Ruben Widrington also has a game face now. This is a mod from Bayonetta, and he is currently making a group of face mods for regen players, and I like this one in particular, so Ruben will use that look from now on. I'll also put a link down in the description where you can find that mod. There's actually two other players in there at the moment, and I believe Bayonetta's working on a second version of the mod which will include additional players on top of that. Meanwhile, I've also decided to customise Elliot Kelly, so he now also wears a cap there, and it's got the Solihull Moors badge on the front of it. And I've also decided to give Lucas Nicholson, the young left back, a slightly different look as well. But now we've got over all of that, let's get on into the action. And the first game of the episode is a visit to Craven Cottage, and Fulham have an absolutely stacked squad, of which they've obviously just added Rossi to that lineup. He is starting on the bench, and he could obviously face off against his former club here, Solihull Moors, as they desperately look to overhaul Fulham, who are 8 points ahead of them in the league and currently sitting in third place. Off to Cavallero, and he's continued his run here. Step overs are plenty, but he has Patterson there trying to guard from the attack here from Fulham, who are looking dangerous in this opening phase of the game. Great block by Eddie Patterson there. Sessignon again down the line now to Cavallero, working and linking up well with his teammates. It's into Kamara now. He's dropped into that little pocket of space. Cavallero down the wing and back to Sessignon, trying the step overs. Swings the ball in. And Thomas reacts well. And Solihull look to break. Cutchin sending Evans. Marshall even. Inside for McDonald. One more for Peterson. Drops it into the feet of Nystrom, who looks to try to go around the corner but can't find his teammate. Fulham doing an exceptional defensive job here against Solihull Moors. Donald out to Marshall, uses his pace, cuts back inside. Fulham men everywhere. McCutcheon into the feet of Peterson. Rolls it back. Marshall uses his pace, goes into the box, but a great shoulder barge there by Alonso to knock him off the ball. Here we go then. Rossi onto the field of play. An ex-Solihull Moors man here, looking to make an impression for his new club. Peterson round the corner, can't quite pick out Nystrom, and Alonso has been fantastic for Fulham at the back today to starve Solihull Moors of chances. Oh, Rossi's dropped into that little pocket, gets the shot away, and luckily at the first attempt Dwan Patterson gets the ball away, but he's there to get Fulham ahead. It could only really be one man, couldn't it? Daniel Rossi gets himself on the score sheet for Fulham, leaving Solihull Moors to chase the game. Well, you couldn't write it. And Fredrickson will look to break away with the ball. He's got some yards to run into. Delivers it off to Nystrom. Does well. McDonald. Nice bit of play there. Quick feet. Gets it into Nystrom, who lets go from the edge. And it's a very good effort. Had Long scrambling to deal with it. Patterson still got forward. He's rolled it in to Nicholson, who's in an advanced position, takes the shot. But the left back was never really the one that you'd want on that ball. Serre looks across to find a teammate, and McDonald just about sticks a toe out there to prevent the shot coming through the pack, but it's still Fulham on the ball. And another one right in the death. Solihull weren't getting back into this game anyway, but to concede a goal in that manner right before the full-time whistle is not what they would have been hoping for. Good finish there by Fernando. Okay, so next up it is a trip up north to Middlesbrough. Not doing too well this season themselves, and 2 losses and a draw in the last 3 games, playing in a 5-3-2 formation. Let's see how Solihull Moors on the road can do against Middlesbrough. And it's a goal for Norman early on, 25th minute there for Middlesbrough. Doohoo getting himself on the score sheet. Followed up quickly though by Saville for Middlesbrough. This one looking like it's going to run out a 2-1 victory for Middlesbrough. Indeed it does. Not the best of results for Solihull Moors on the road. And that place in the playoffs might be slipping away from us at this point. And this next game up is a home game at Villa Park against Sheffield Wednesday, who are in a rich vein of form themselves, taking a draw and 2 wins from the last 3 games. They're also playing in a 4-3-3 formation. Let's see how the boys can get on against these guys. Hopefully we can get a win under our belt and get this episode off to a start. Nystrom, there we go boys. A goal in the 37th minute from the Swede brings us into this game and into the lead. Not much action to speak of throughout this game though, and it looks like it is going to be a 1-0 victory, which indeed it is. the first 3 points of the episode, and hopefully that will help vault us back in towards the playoff positions. Okay, so it's a change lineup for Solihull Moors, who are at home at Villa Park as they face off against Blackburn Rovers, who are right down at the bottom end of the table, surprisingly, especially as they've actually got a half-decent team. Let's see how they actually play as we get this game underway. Ball down the line there to Marshall. Holds the play up well. Oh, but Bell does well in the end to wrangle the ball away from him. McDonald can't quite feed that off. Brereton, who is playing in the striker role, will be one to watch out for. Armstrong and Brereton are two great players in FIFA, or certainly they have been in the past. Chapman, oh, Dare O'Connor does well there to pick that out. Sends it long out the way. Dare O'Connor though losing possession. Chapman across to Armstrong and blocked well by Ziegler. Early pressure here by Blackburn. Will it pay? Comes away with the ball at pace, but Bell, the young right back, does well there to take the ball away. Chapman in behind, and Dolan with a gilt edge opportunity. Can't beat Kelly from close range. Really should have done better with that there, Blackburn. Marshall comes out to Al Hacken. Ball delivered deep. Max Allen gets there. Just about gets that away before the Blackburn man gets in on goal. Fires it into McDonald. He'll drive forward into that midfield area. Sees the run here from Thomas Shelby. Holds it up well. Run on from McDonald. Takes it first time and smashes it against the post. So unlucky there, McDonald. Smith keeps it in. Delivers it into the box. And that was... Marshall was there waiting. But the ball is nodded clear by the defender. Fredrickson with a lovely ball through to Tommy Shelby, who fires it in towards Ince, but he can't quite get there. Chapman out wide. Dare O'Connor shadowing his move. Oh, he does get round the right back though, and Armstrong has a chance on goal there, but Kelly is able to come out and just grab that away. Fredrickson does well, pushes it onto Ziegler. Overlap here from Smith. Looking a bit tired, the youngster, but he comes inside, finds Ince. Really well organised at the back here. Oh, Blackburn. Going to be difficult to break them down. But Fredrickson comes through the pack, looks off to find Smith. He's back on the edge of the box and calling for the ball. Shuffles it across to McDonald, and McDonald hits one from distance, and that was not a bad effort from the central defensive midfielder. Marshall takes one from distance. Oh, and he's hit the frame of the goal, but Ince is there to follow up and grabs his first goal for Solihull Moors. It might have been a deflection, but it just goes to show that he's going to be one of those type of players that's there when you need him. Left-footed, drilled past the goalkeeper. 1-0 Solihull Moors. Knocks it up to Ince. Nice bit of play by Ince. Perhaps he's got the bit between his teeth now. He's managed to get himself a goal. Finds some space on the edge of the box and takes the effort from there. But drills it wide. Into Widrington. Does get it through to Shelby, who smashes it past the keeper. And Solihull now certain of the victory here against Blackburn Rovers. A great bit of unselfish play there from Widrington, who's just come into the field of play, and Shelby comes through and absolutely smashes it. By order of the Peaky Blinders. Widrington off to Shelby. Goes past his man, but it's a good piece of defensive play that takes the ball off his toe, and the referee brings this game to a conclusion. Another 3 points for Solihull Moors here, and hopefully that will help drive them back towards those playoff positions.
Some questions regarding the match.
So there we have it, a couple of losses but also a couple of wins in this episode mean that we are still teetering on the edge of those playoff positions, just 2 points behind Derby County, as we have no less than 3 Midlands clubs vying for those last few playoff positions. The running towards the end of the season is going to be something pretty special, I reckon. Whether we have what it takes to get up to the Premier League is yet to be seen, but we're certainly going to give it our best effort. And so if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel for more FIFA 20 content. But for now, thanks for watching, stay safe, I'm out of here.
Thanks so much for answering our questions.